At the Arthur L. Irving Entrepreneurship Center at St. Mary's University. I'll be your host or your MC today. And we're also co-hosts of the challenge, and it's certainly a pleasure to be here and spend the afternoon with all of you. I would like to start off, before we go any further, I'd just like to invite everyone to acknowledge that we are here in Shibuktuk, in the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship, and we acknowledge the importance of the ongoing relationship between our peoples. It's also important to acknowledge the horrible wildfires that have been raging across the country. Here in Nova Scotia, of course, we've been dealing with this on a never-before-seen scale. Now, I'm no climate expert, but these events seem to be happening much more frequently, don't they? And our waters are, of course, affected adversely by these challenges as well. It's never been more important to harness the ingenuity and innovative mindsets of youth and our community members. Now, as we move on to the event, we would encourage you to be active on social media, share your Aquahacking live experience on your favorite social media platform, use hashtag Aquahacking, and feel free to mention Aquahacking, the Arthur L. Irving Entrepreneurship Center, and St. Mary's University. The goal of the Aquahacking Challenge is to provide a collaborative space to initiate dialogue across sectors, jurisdictions, and generations on issues related to water for water-engaged people. Through the challenge, we want to foster an environment conducive to the development of innovative and entrepreneurial tech or engineering solutions to tackle water-related issues for the benefit of everyone. While today marks the final event of the Atlantic Canada Aquahacking Challenge, it's not the end of the journey for our finalist teams. All the teams will enjoy the support required to participate in a business incubator, taking their ideas and turning them into startups and reality. St. Mary's University is very happy to partner with Aquahaction and Pascal to host the Aquahacking Challenge. So I would like to invite the director at the moment of the Arthur L. Irving Entrepreneurship Center, Michael Sanderson, to welcome everyone. Here you go.
Testing, can you all hear me? My voice would fill it no matter what, but we are broadcasting online. So welcome everybody, let's get some energy going in the room. You know, we are here to see a bunch of students share their amazing passions and ideas with the world. And thank you to all of you coming out here today, everyone joining online. As Jason said, I'm the director of the Arthur L. Irving Entrepreneurship Center at St. Mary's. Being involved in this program was a no-brainer for us because what we love are passionate students and supporting those students to take their ideas, turn those ideas into scalable, successful businesses. And that's what you're gonna see today. I've already seen a preview of some of these amazing companies, and they are through the roof, really great, awesome stuff. And so thank you to Aquahaction for being such an amazing partner. The whole team at Aquahaction is awesome. They do this across Canada, and we're fortunate to be their partner here in Atlantic Canada, driving change in our communities around changing the challenges we face around water, whether that's freshwater or oceans. So that's it. I won't take up any more time. We're in for a wonderful afternoon of great pitches, so thank you all for being here.
Excellent, thank you, Michael. Now, from Aquahaction, our co-organizer and the organizing behind the Aquahacking Challenge across Canada since 2015, I will welcome President Sula Chronopoulos to share her thoughts.
He said it right. Nailed it. It's really, really awesome to be here. I'm very, very excited. Thank you, first of all, to St. Mary's University. What an incredible partner. What incredible teams we had this year. Very happy to have our esteemed judges here with us, our incredible supportive partners. There's so many passionate people that really love what we do, and our online and offline participants. This is all for us. Everything that's happening is for our future, and this is amazing. I just want to say a few quick words. I think Michael said it better than me. But last week I was at the Great Lakes and St. Lawrence Cities Initiative in Chicago. And we're doing binational programming with them. And they are extremely excited at what's coming out of Canada. I can tell you there was so much support that came through. And we talked a lot about climate mitigation and adaptation, because everybody talks about how do we address climate change. There's really two strategies. Adaptation is short-term, dealing with the garbage we've created. That's survival. And mitigation is long-term. We experience the climate crisis through water. And what we are doing here today with all these wonderful solutions is really addressing this water crisis that's at the core of the climate crisis, of our health crisis, of our existential crisis. And that's the last time I'm going to say crisis, because the hope is that we are here because we're going to change the future, and this generation is going to lead the way. So all these amazing ideas, this climate adaptation market is going to be a $2 to $3 trillion market, according to the Bank of America, in the next couple of years. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not on the right path. You're on the right path. You might fall, you might stumble, but you got to get right up and fight, because everybody here today is a winner. So I'm very excited to see all your solutions, even though I snuck a peek at the practices. But anyway, you're all amazing. And thank you all, and thank you very much to everybody for your input, and we look forward to having a great event. Thank you.
Thank you, Sula. So the Aquahack's been running since October of last year. It's engaged a ton of people as supporters, partners, mentors, and of course our participants. These are just the finalists, but there were a ton of students that were engaged in this prior to getting to the semifinals and moving forward as teams here. To tell you a bit more about the challenge, I'd like to invite my colleague from Aquahacking, the one and only Anne Pascal.
So I'm really happy to be with you today to be able to talk about a bit about the challenge. And so the challenge, it's the second one in the Atlantic region, but it's the 11th one across Canada. And every challenge is unique, even though we are applying the same formula, because of the participants and all the people that are around the teams to support them throughout the challenge. So this challenge started in September. We had around 80 people, participants registered, 20 teams registered to the challenge. Most of them came from the Atlantic region. Some of them came from outside the Atlantic region, like Ontario and Quebec. They were amazing, tackling 5 water issues throughout the challenge, brought by 5 organizations who supported them. And I have to say that the biggest highlight of these challenges was seeing all the teams going through the challenge, actually, to see them grow. And you know, with everything that is happening right now all around the world, but especially also in Canada with the climate change crisis, it's really impressive and inspiring to see those participants engage in such a competition, especially when we know that starting a business is not easy, even more in the environment and in the water sector. But we are very happy that the Aquahacking Challenge allows that. And today we are here to celebrate the 5 teams that were committed to this challenge. It took really a lot of time, commitment, to attend all the workshops that we provided to them. Digging into research and development to put everything that was possible through with their solution and their business plan to come with amazing innovation that they're going to share with you today. So that's one part of the challenge.
That's one part, but I'm going to keep you up here for a couple minutes, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk. Obviously, something like this doesn't happen without a lot of support, a lot of community partners and things. So maybe if, do you want to maybe talk a little bit about that and talk about some of the partners that we've enjoyed?
Yes. So the partners. We cannot make an Aquahacking Challenge without all the partners that we have around the challenge. And I want to start with the implementation partner, the program partners that we have. The first one is Atlantic Water Network with Emma. That was amazing this year. And we also have Aquahacking, who's been taking care of the participant, Waterlution for the expedition, but also IBM for all the tech support, Lavery Lawyers, MyTax too, and the Entrepreneurship Center, obviously. So we are very fortunate to have them to support the teams and to provide all the programming of the competition. There is also the advisory committee members that we had for the challenge, and thanks to their expertise, so we were able to share with you a successful challenge. And I want to take the time also to thank the water issue leaders. We had 5 organizations in the challenge involved, and thanks to it was Atlantic Water Network who brought them in the challenge. So they presented 5 water issues, and they supported the teams. They were really engaged. They gave their time and expertise to the team to really understand the water issues, to make sure that the team really realized that what they're doing is serious. And thanks to them, the teams, through their solution, can measure that what they're doing is going to be really impactful. It's not just for fun. This is really serious. So I want to take the time to thank the water issue leaders for that. We will see some of them later. Also, the judges. So through an Aquahacking challenge, we have a lot of judges, and they have an important role to play because they are selecting the finalists. And so we had 12 judges at the semi-final who selected the 5 teams that you're going to hear today. And today with us, we have 5 amazing judges who's going to select the winner. So thank you so much for this important role that you are playing in the journey of the participant in this challenge. And at last, I would like to thank also all the mentors. So in addition to all the groups that we listed, we have individual mentors that help the team throughout the second phase, especially of the challenge, so they could be at their best today to present you their innovation. And we have also amazing funders. Without them, everything could not happen. So thank you. So we are really, really fortunate, us, but also the teams, to benefit from the expertise of so many talented people to support the teams and the future startups. Thank you.
Great. So obviously a lot of people's time and effort, money went into something like this. What about resources? I know that the students and community members here would attest to how much guidance and support they were able to tap into over the course of the last, 7 months, I think, right? Maybe even 8 months.
Yeah.
It's been a long haul. So maybe you could talk a little bit about, maybe give a few examples of some of the resources they were able to tap into.
Yeah, sure. So, the competition is separated in 2 phases. There's the first one before the semi-final, and during the first phase, so the participants are provided with different on-demand workshops. Some of them, they are more interactive, like the design thinking workshop with IBM, but so it's more on-demand content that they have, so they're ready to pitch at the semi-final. And then in phase 2, they have also other kind of support workshops on the business development and also social impact. And there is this activity that is amazing and we love at Aquahacking is the Water Leadership Bootcamp that we are doing with Waterlution. So, and this time, for this challenge, we were fortunate to be back in person. So we were in the Truro area and for a weekend. And so the expedition is really focusing on team building, but also making sure that the teams have this understanding of the different water issues, but with a watershed perspective, because everything is related and they need to understand that when they build their business and their solution. So the water issue leaders were involved too, And I think that maybe we can share a video, a recap video about this amazing experience, and you will understand how impactful the challenge, but also the expedition was on the participant and the water issue leaders.
Awesome, we're all queued up for that. Let's have a look.
My biggest takeaway was it was so exciting to see the amount of ideas that came from individuals like who didn't necessarily have a technical background in some of these topics, but how much they were able to understand and bring that fresh view, find really creative solutions to real life challenges. I think what really stood out for me was a lot of excitement about building and utilizing data to inform decisions, which is really exciting for me because my core work doesn't necessarily rely on building data sets and doing that sort of analysis. And I'm hoping that we move towards that because I see a lot of opportunities to find, identify barriers that we can use as creative solutions. And so that was sort of surprising and stood out for me that was true in a lot of other industries and sectors as well.
Even though people are tackling different issues, we have a couple of different issues being tackled by groups here tonight. There's the same kind of barriers that people are facing, the same kind of access to information or kind of like hurdles of change, of tackling these solutions. And so it's really interesting that even though people have the same, have different issues, that they are having those same issues, the same challenges to kind of move forward on their solutions.
So I've learned a lot, how there's a lot of solutions that can be implemented using technology, and there's been a lot of really interesting ideas presented during this competition that are really exciting and kind of would be interesting thinking about using as the end user.
I think it's a really important thing to kind of take some time and give back and like make opportunities for other folks and to be able to offer, whether it's that mentoring aspect of things or even, you know, more of a networking thing, and for folks to be able to kind of grow this network because there is such a need already of different issues and things that are coming about. And so I think it's, really important, but then also super beneficial for even someone like myself to come attend this and sort of share what I can, even if nobody like necessarily made it to the finals with that. It's important to advocate for the issue, and it's also important to sort of grow the network so that we can become more resilient in all aspects of, you know, becoming changes. The networking aspect of it, and understanding that there are folks that are interested in a variety of different issues kind of even gives a sense of hope for the future. And there might be funding that comes down the line, and there are hopefully going to be some new entities or sort of groups that can provide some of these new, like these services to solutions that we need, and really leverage that so that we can come up with, you know, again, more resilient communities and solutions that are meeting the needs of a changing world. So yeah, I think it's extremely beneficial, and there's a lot of promise coming out of these sort of events. And then it's so lovely to see all sorts of young folks and people who are just interested in environmental issues and, you know, sort of rectifying and finding solutions.
My biggest highlight of the Aquahacking journey so far has been being able to leverage our team here at Annapolis St. Mary's University to be able to deliver on a product that we believe will truly change the way that water quality issues are addressed. And I would say that the most surprising aspect of the journey so far has been being able to see how interconnected each of the aspects of managing and monitoring water quality are interconnected.
The journey so far has been really amazing. You know, we became one of the top finalists, and that was pretty exciting for us. Not only that, you know, we see that the solution that we are bringing on the table has a lot of merits and is very, very feasible. But we did not anticipated that we will be one of those contenders who will come to the finals, and it was really amazing so far.
For me, the biggest highlight for our Aquahacking challenge was our trip to Truro boot camp, where we interacted with various water issue leaders And one of the major learning from that bootcamp was it's not only about a particular issue. If we look at all the issues collectively, we can build and collaborate together to build, I would say, a bigger impact for the society by collectively working together rather than looking of each of these problems in an isolation.
The support from the entire Aquahack program, like all of the support we received and all of the ideas and connections that we've made.
So it's how quickly things become real. When we start, it's just an idea that sparks into being a real decision and a real change in the future. There's also the fact that when you talk with people, you understand how impactful that solution can be, and that change is also impactful to the environment as well.
So the expectation was, or the expedition, sorry, was awesome. All of the students and community members that are here today were in attendance. I was lucky enough to join, as were some of my teammates from the Entrepreneurship Center. So maybe, I don't know, I'm going to put you on the spot one more time for some personal stuff. So it's been a long haul bringing this all together. It's not a one and done competition where, you know, students or whoever come in and present their ideas and then they move off into the sunset. This has been a long time in the making. It's a very complicated challenge. And so yeah, maybe talk a little bit about what's the journey been like for you.
Thank you for the question. So it's been a long journey, and you know, even though, as I was saying, we applied the same recipe and improve for each challenge, I have to say that even though that each challenge is unique, and it's all because of the participants. So I am privileged to see the participants go through the challenge, and for me, it's really so beyond the technology, the innovation. For me, it's really a human journey. You know, it takes just people. Everything starts with people and their willingness to change things. And we are very, very happy to be part of this change, to give them this opportunity that they accept to seize, to be change maker. And so I'm a bit nostalgic already because it's the end of the challenge and I won't be working on a daily basis with all of us, but all of you, sorry. But at the same time, I'm really happy because this is, again, just the beginning of another journey that you're all gonna have. And I'm really, really proud of you. And for everyone, I don't know if you realize, but today it's about celebrating the, like almost the birth of startups today. It's like a startup shower, as I like to say. And you can be proud of what you've been doing through the challenge, but I'm sure that in few months we're gonna be even more prouder, even prouder of what you will achieve. And yeah, that's what my feeling about all this journey. I can ask you the same because
Sure.
you've been involved.
Yeah, I think, you know, for folks that don't know, we first got involved in this a couple of years ago when these poor people had to manage all of this online and not connect as people in many ways. We knew that they had something special. We were doing a bit of training and coaching as part of it. So right off the bat, we were like, we reached out and we asked for a bigger role this time around. Certainly for me, the biggest piece is always certainly like people that know me, it's about the people. And so getting a chance to connect and spend time with all these young leaders is the sort of thing I feel very fortunate to do with people that try to solve problems on behalf of others. Every day we get to do that at the Entrepreneurship Center. Another big takeaway would be the power of the ecosystem and all of the supporters. There's a lot of our water issue leaders and partners here today, for instance. It's a Friday afternoon, so we know it's not easy to come out for an event all afternoon, so we certainly appreciate that. So that's a big takeaway. And then working with Anne Pascal and all of the team at Aquahacking has been an easy task for the last number of months. So yeah, so I think those were probably my biggest things. All right, thanks, Anne Pascal. Yeah. So thanks for the enlightening discussion. Congratulations on the amazing job that you and your team have done in partnership with everybody that's been involved over the course of this last 7 or 8 months. I'd like to acknowledge a number of people from our team that have contributed. A couple of them have moved on, but their legacy in the Aquahack will remain with us. So that would be Adam and Shirag that were a big part of this. And they handed it over to Adithi, there she is, and Nicola, wherever he happens to be sitting, and then everybody else at the Entrepreneurship Center that's been so supportive. So with that, I would like to invite, speaking of the center, a longtime friend of the Entrepreneurship Center, the Honorable Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, April Hell. I think Anne Pascal walked off with our mic.
That's okay. I was going to stand here anyways. Thank you so much. So 2 corrections. Deputy Minister, so I don't get honorable until I get to minister. So I'm not honorable at all. And aquaculture and fisheries, not agriculture. I know a lot of people do that, though. So I will say, first of all, amazing to be here. Thank you for the invitation. Michael, so great to see you again. What amazing work. And I'll be honest with you, I stand here with 2 very distinct biases. One, as Deputy Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture, I have a very keen interest in the water. Clean water make great fish. And I can only speak for Nova Scotia, not speaking about Atlantic, but for Nova Scotia, we export over $2.3 billion in fish. I need the water to be clean. That is it is our biggest export, our most significant contribution to our GDP. And we need to ensure that that industry continues. So there's my bias. There's one. My second bias as entrepreneur in residence with the Center of Entrepreneurship with St. Mary's, the idea, the drive, the entrepreneurial spirit that I've had the opportunity to experience with those that are working within the center, the support that they get has been phenomenal, and my exposure to that has been absolutely a gift. And so when I think about the entrepreneurial spirit that it would take to bring some of these concepts around invasive species and saltwater I was going to say invasion, I guess, but it's a tough word. But all of the things that we're looking at in terms of our waters and how we want to mitigate to ensure that the waters remain clean and pristine. And so my 2 biases, I come by them honestly, and I embrace them. Today, I want to congratulate the 5 finalist teams. My understanding, although I haven't seen the demos, is this is a tight competition, judges. I do not want to be in your position. You have a very difficult challenge ahead of you, which is good news, I suppose. In the end, on behalf of the province of Nova Scotia, we're keeping an eye on the entrepreneurs that are looking to do things that, A, make this planet a better place, and secondary to that, I think, is making the waters around Atlantic Canada clean and pristine. So I thank you for the invitation to speak and address you. I wish you all the best of luck. I can't even imagine how this is going to turn out, but I'm very excited to see. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Deputy Minister Howe. So let's move forward here. The Aquahack Challenge was launched I'm going to start over here a little bit. So the Aquahacking Challenge was funded by the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency, initiated by the de Gaspé-Beaubien Foundation, powered by the RBC Foundation and their program Tech for Nature, accelerated by Ovivo, and also supported by Lavery Lawyers, IBM, Echo Foundation, and here locally, the Ocean Supercluster. We'd like to recognize both the financial contributions of our supporters, as well as the non-financial support that they've provided throughout the challenge. We're very fortunate that that ACOA has accepted to support this challenge. Actually, they are a major regional partner, and we are grateful for this trust. To tell you more about this, I'm honored to invite the minister responsible for ACOA to say a few words. She wasn't able to be here with us in person, but asked to share a message she recorded in Ottawa. So please welcome our Minister of Official Languages, the Honourable Jeanette Petitpas-Taylor.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. En tant que ministre responsable de l'Agence de promotion économique du Canada Atlantique, je comprends le rôle vital que les écosystèmes d'eau douce jouent dans notre économie. I'm proud that the Government of Canada is supporting the 2023 Aquahacking Challenge because competitions like this inspire young entrepreneurs and innovators to find new ways to protect and conserve freshwater resources. It's this kind of energy and enthusiasm and creativity that is sparking transformational change all across our region and fueling Atlantic Canada's new momentum. In fact, the recently published Public Policy Forum report confirms that we punch above our weight on measures like population, immigration, productivity, employment, education, GDP, and life satisfaction. Et même si la taille géographique de notre région est limitée, le calibre de nos entreprises et de notre bassin de talent ne l'est pas. Your passion for entrepreneurship and innovation is commendable, and is your dedication to conserving and protecting this vital resource. It also aligns with the goals of our newly formed Canada Water Agency. This new agency, which was announced just last month, will work to find the best ways to keep Canada's fresh water safe, clean, and well managed for everyone. Je tiens à remercier Aquahacking, l'Université St. Mary's et tous ceux qui ont participé à l'organisation de cet événement pour avoir inspiré la créativité et l'enthousiasme nécessaires à la protection de cette ressource limitée et précieuse. Congratulations to all the young innovators who have taken part in the Aquahacking Challenge, and best of luck to the 5 finalists.
Okay. Next, I'd like to acknowledge this program launched back in 2015 as an initiative of the de Gaspé-Beaubien Foundation, a Quebec family foundation. The grandparents and grandchildren of the de Gaspé-Beaubien family came up with the idea of challenging young people to develop new technologies to contribute to the water sector. 8 years later, we're very proud to present the 11th edition of this challenge. And to talk more about it, I invite one of the pillars of Aquahacking, the executive director of the de Gaspé-Beaubien Foundation, Dominique Monchamp, to say a few words from Montreal.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to talk to the Aquahackers. Dear Aquahackers, you don't know how much we are proud of you. You are gonna pitch for the final. But no matter where rank you will get, I want to tell you that each of every single solutions right now are more than welcome. And I really invite you to keep going with your solution no matter what happens. It is so important what you're doing right now, especially with the climate adaptation that we need to address. Just look at the fire going on in your region right now. Same thing happened here in the province of Quebec. The climate crisis is a water crisis. We all know that. And we need you more than ever. So there's such a meaningful of what you're doing right now. You make the difference. You giving everybody's hope. You inspire so many other people. So keep going. I wish every one of you the best luck and congratulations no matter what will happen. I'm very proud of you. So under the name of the De Gaspé-Beaubien Foundation, we thank you from the bottom of our heart, and we need you, and we wish you the best of luck.
Amazing support from Dominique and everybody involved with the De Gaspé-Beaubien Foundation. Maybe a quick round of applause for continued support. Next up, I'd like to acknowledge that the RBC Foundation has been a longtime supporter of Aquahacking, and because of their Tech for Nature fund, Aquahacking was able to spread. That was worse for me, if that makes everyone feel a little better. This helped us spread out all the way across Canada. To tell you more about this partnership, we have a message from the Social Impact and Innovation Manager at RBC, Tech for Nature, Karen Walker.
Thanks, Jason. Hi, everyone. I'm Karen Walker, Manager of RBC's Tech for Nature. RBC Tech for Nature is our commitment of $100 million by 2025 to accelerate tech-based solutions that help preserve the world's greatest wealth, our natural ecosystem. This support is a key element of how we are delivering on our climate strategy, the RBC Climate Blueprint. We have partnered with Aquahacking for a number of years and have supported the Aquahacking Challenge through RBC's Tech for Nature since 2017. We have seen the success of the program bring to life ideas that merge technology and innovation, and have witnessed the amazing inventiveness of bright minds like yours. The effects of climate change affect us all. Our shared future faces great challenges from food insecurity, air quality, energy needs, and access to clean water. There has never been a more urgent need for extraordinary solutions or more opportunity for collaboration. To all the teams that have pitched their solutions, thank you for your thoughtful approach and creativity to make a difference within our freshwater ecosystem. To the finalist teams that have been selected, congratulations. It is exciting and inspiring to see your dedication to these events and our climate, so thank you. And now I'll pass it back to Jason.
So let's give RBC Tech for Nature a bit of a hand here as well for their support. And lastly, Ovivo as well is a longtime supporter of the challenge. We salute every year how they engage their employees as mentors for the program and offer that type of more intimate support for the participants, and we couldn't do it without them. Let's have a peek at what Gwen Cleese, Senior Vice President of Business Support and ESG at Ovivo, has to share with us today.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Atlantic Canada Aquahacking Challenge. Congratulations to the finalists that are there. It's going to be quite the event. I wish I was there with you. I'm just recording this virtually in a tree house along the Richelieu River, which is an important body of freshwater in Quebec. My name is Gwen Cleese. I am with Ovivo, a provider of technology and equipment globally, which is for the wastewater and water sector. Innovation and entrepreneurship and teamwork has allowed us to really move forward and capture ideas and improve the quality of water for our customers. So I know that with the ideas that you're coming up with, and you're going to be judged on these ideas, I'm sure it's going to be difficult to choose who's going to win, but I know that you are able to make a difference in the future. So good luck, and off to you, Jason.
Thanks, Gwen, and thanks again to Ovivo for their support. So as I mentioned earlier, the Aquahacking Challenge was launched in 2015. Of note, and this came in my speaker notes actually, I didn't realize the impact of this thing. In that time, over 60% of the 30-plus startups that have launched through this program are still in business today. So a testament to Aquahacking and all the work that they've done to support these folks. I'd like to actually welcome one of these Aquahacking alumni to come up and say a few words. He's now finding success as an entrepreneur. You may have heard about him and his company in the last few months. He has made some waves in the news and on social media and things like that. He was a finalist in this program 2 years ago. And yeah, without further ado, let's bring up Matt Mizzi, CEO of Drinkable.
Hey everyone. Hey Jason.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, lots of friendly faces here, pretty obvious, and I can already tell there's going to be future friendly faces in the mix. Really happy to see that this program's still running smoothly. It's kind of crazy to think back and to think about all the bits and pieces that worked its way into the platform of what Drinkable is. I still pitch completely off of Jason's pitch structure that he offered and educated me on. I've been told a number of times along the journey, there's different types of strategies you can pitch to investors. Some are more popular or trendy. Regardless of how trendy the different strategies were, I always stuck with Jason's core values in the pitching. And we've basically won every pitch competition in the region. So I would continue to work with Jason, all the other resources you have at Aquahacking. But yeah, I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank the people behind those resources and all the funding that's available. And again, be another one of those reminders that if you come fifth like we did, it can hurt a lot, but it's not the end of the world. And it can actually be a big motivator to say, screw those losers, they don't know what they're talking about. But no, everybody here is in your corner, even if it feels like for a brief moment people don't believe in you because they have something to say. Everybody wants you to succeed, and I really encourage you to find those routes to success for the people here.
Good. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Matt. Thank you. Yeah, thanks very much. It's amazing to see how far you and the rest of the team have come. I certainly remember you in this competition, and I know you were crushed with that 5th place, but yeah, to your point, that resilience, and you're going to need that as entrepreneurs one way or another, so you may as well get used to it, folks. So without further ado, I'd like to kick off the Atlantic Canada Aquahacking Challenge for 2022-23 and get into the pitch competition. We have 5 finalist companies ready to pitch for first place and the $20K in seed funding that goes along with that. Today, the 5 teams will pitch their innovative solutions and business plans to our panel of 5 judges from the water, tech, and business sectors. So let me introduce these folks. You've been wondering who they are, so let's get to it. We're pleased to welcome Matt Adams. Matt's an advisor in business development at MyTax, which is certainly an organization that all of you should be getting familiar with and starting to get cozy with, and Matt is a great contact for that. We welcome Elizabeth Hendricks. Elizabeth's the Vice President of Restoration and Regeneration at World Wildlife Fund Canada, and they conserve species at risk, protect threatened habitats, and address climate change. Elizabeth is also a part of the Challenge Advisory Committee, so thanks for coming. We're excited to have from Cove, James Keston. There he is in the back. James is the Director of Strategic Partnerships here at Cove at the Center for Ocean Ventures and Entrepreneurship, and thanks so much for hosting us today. We appreciate it. Next up is Charlotte Murray, Chief Coaching Officer at Propel ICT. Propel offers a fully virtual incubator based here in Atlantic Canada. Rounding out our expert panel of judges is Simon Olivier. Simon is the head of the Blue Impact Water Fund and a partner at Cycle Capital, a private clean tech venture capital investment firm supporting entrepreneurs in scaling innovative solutions to the major ecological challenges that we face. So heartfelt thanks to all of you for contributing your time, not only in selecting the winner, but in bringing your expertise and guidance and all of that extra stuff that goes along with it, so we appreciate it. There is one more judge today, and that is you folks, as the audience here in person, as well as those of you watching from the comfort of your home. So that's right, if you're watching us live, you will have an opportunity at the end of the pitches to contribute your vote for the crowd favorite. So keep an eye. I assume that's going to be showing on the screen. We'll have a link for you all to log on and pick your crowd favorite, and they are going to walk out with an additional $1,000 to help fund their business. So take advantage of that opportunity to promote your favorite. After the finalists present, You'll have access to Slido. The poll will appear. Instructions and the access code will be shared during the period. Although the judges will be ranking the teams today, it's important to remember that we will be setting all of these teams up for success. So no matter their final ranking, whether they're 5th, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, or 1st, all of the teams will walk away with significant seed money. First place team is going to receive $20,000. The second place will receive $15,000, $10,000 for the third place, and then 4th and 5th will each walk away with $5,000 to get things moving. Additionally, all of the teams will receive the support required to enter an accelerator or an incubator, whichever happens to be next on their journey. The top 3 teams will be credited with some time with Lavery lawyers to support them with their legal affairs. So thank you very much, Lavery, for that. And each team is also eligible to leverage their award to receive additional funding through our friends at MyTax. So let's get to it. For each team, there'll be a short introductory video to give you a basic sense of who it is that we're about to watch as they get their tech rolling and things like that. The order of teams is as follows. So first up will be Camino, followed by Sense H2O, then we have Sue, and then we have Techstar Digital Labs, and finally C-Cycle to close out the day. Teams are going to have 7 minutes to present their projects, followed by a brief period of Q&A led by the judges. So if you folks are ready, yeah, you're good to go? Okay, let's let the games begin then, folks.
I was gonna say my passion for water comes from a long line of drinking water, realistically. I would say that's a huge staple in our household, drinking water, collecting water for gardens, whether it be for growing crops, plants, and the quality of that water. The quality that is the most important part.
I grew up from when I was born at a cottage, and fresh water was something I just took for granted. And now that we're campers and we use the water for recreation, for drinking. And so one of the things through my camping experience is I learned the importance of the water quality.
I think my interest in water is probably similar to Jonathan, going back to when I was a kid, but I really got interested when I went to university and I studied hydrogeology and environmental science.
It was exciting to attend the finals in Toronto way back, I forget, before COVID. And I thought, well, that was impressive. I was really impressed with the finalist pitches on the type of solutions they were looking at. And then when I got involved with using the Aquahack Ranger kit, the Water Ranger kit, who were the first finalists, the winners, back in 2015. And I just saw that it was something that the students like to use. And since I've retired, I'm using these events like the challenge and a hackathon to mentor students and to get them outdoors.
What we believe is innovative about the solution is how we're approaching it. We are looking at using modern technologies like blockchain, the IoT, like the Internet of Things, and using a mesh network of sensors to create almost like a technological living organism that will read the surroundings and the environment and give us feedback on the stormwater infrastructure.
I think one of the biggest highlights so far has just been the support from the entire Aquahack program, like all of the support we received and all of the ideas and connections that we've made.
The biggest challenge I've come across so far is the challenge of trying to come up with a business case for our solution. You need a lot of green infrastructure to be able to mitigate the impact of climate change on the stormwater systems. And to do that, you need to stack what are called the co-benefits. So when you're looking at your building, the co-benefits of putting solar on it, it's straightforward. But if you're looking at putting in a water cistern or permeable pavement on your driveway or a blue-green roof or a rain garden, that's more difficult because there isn't as much data or standards for measuring that you have for buildings, right? So we want to look at combining both the built and the natural infrastructure in our solution, but we're focusing mostly on the natural for this challenge.
or one of the biggest highlights I've had in the journey so far I've seen is my observations pretty much of just how the cities do all this. I was not aware of how much was actually done. So seeing those was kind of seeing how they respond and build their current systems was a very big, I think, highlight in how they manage the overrun in water. Originally where I'm from in Ontario, that was never an issue. Out here on the East Coast, it's a very big issue.
There's a few things to consider. First, some of the challenges that we're going to face. I think clearly one of the biggest ones is climate change overall. Not only is climate going to change issues around water supply, water security, as well as flooding due to water, it's also going to change the nature of some of those problems. So as the change happens, we're going to have to deal with things that we hadn't anticipated in the past.
My advice is start young, because the sooner you begin to take your learning out of the classroom and into the natural environment in the community you live, the sooner you're going to be able to come up with solutions that will have an impact at the local level, and then will scale up across other jurisdictions.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is David Wager, and I'm here today presenting the solution for Team Camino, which is Stem the Tide. So we chose to develop a solution, for green infrastructure stormwater prevention. So how can we improve green infrastructure maintenance and care practices to support long-term stormwater management? Municipalities currently lack the capacity to monitor, design, and build cost-effective green stormwater management systems. Stormwater pipes in older communities were built prior to current stormwater and water quality regulations, and will incur significant costs to replace and retrofit these systems with innovation in the stormwater sector. These questions always come back to how can we, the municipality, balance economic considerations with environmental protection and stormwater management. The problem only gets public attention when the stormwater system fails during an extreme flooding or erosion event, something I think we can all agree is a little bit more frequent. Stem the Tide uses sensors to collect the data, the Internet of Things to communicate, and blockchain technology to validate. It provides live tracking and monitoring of green infrastructure projects for municipalities and property owners to predict and prepare for future stormwater events. Using LiDAR, we can determine the most suitable and a cost-effective location for development projects on private and public properties. We will use Stem the Tide sensors to capture a quantifiable before snapshot of the location. When the project has been completed, the sensors will be put in place to collect data and monitor the project's status and performance on an hourly basis as weather conditions continue to change. This data will be sent back to Stem the Tide using a secured mesh network where we can process it for our clients. We provide feedback to the municipalities and provide private companies through app plugins developed for their existing software. This includes asset identification, location, and performance. We also provide map feature layers that visualize the performance in real time. We can provide measured alerts set by individual users or municipalities so that property owners and emergency responders can minimize the damage from flash floods through preparedness and managing stormwater at the source. Integrating our data with open source real-time weather data, Stem the Tide can optimize the natural hydrological cycle on residential, commercial, and industrial sites. Our solution allows humanity and science to keep a finger on the pulse of Earth's hydrological cycle, starting here in Atlantic Canada and spreading across the globe. We are currently in the development phase of our neighborhood pilot project located in Hampton, New Brunswick. This site was selected due to visible flooding at the site and confirmed with historical and anecdotal evidence. Newly built French drains collect the surface runoff that will bottom feed a future rain garden, retaining water from going downhill. A second site is being considered uphill. Right now, we are using simulated data for testing our algorithms and data flow. This will be the first location for our real-time data link. We have also partnered with Sustainable Coburg on a proof of concept hydrologically conditioned digital elevation map and 3D modeling for future testing of our solution. This partnership included a full-day workshop on May 4th, work on the Memorial Arena, and a leadership boot camp. User research on developers, community, and municipality bodies have determined that there is a need for an integrated system that can effectively assist with the understanding, installation, and maintenance of green infrastructure systems. Studies have shown the cost difference between conventional and green infrastructure methods over 50 years. So we see here, asphalt versus a permeable paver, we have an approximate savings of about 8% over 50 years, and 662 kilos of CO2 is absorbed per square meter. And a good second example is conventional versus a naturalized stormwater pond. In this case, we are saving about 41% over 50 years, and there's a similar CO2 absorbed. With Stem to Tide, we can increase these savings by reducing the need for on-site inspections and identifying the location for optimal low-impact development. Our sensors cost about $300 to produce, and they are solar-powered with an estimated life cycle of 5 years. After these 5 years, we can rebuild, recalibrate, and redeploy the sensors. Our main business model is contract-based. We obtain contracts for low-impact development projects. We determine the best type and location for them, outsource the installation to approved installers, and then provide monitoring and feedback for the contract length, typically 3 to 5 years. Our secondary model is a subscription licensing. It's for those without the low-impact development projects. We estimate this to be approximately $149 Canadian per license per year and can be used for applied science and research. Both models provide access to the plugin tools and database that we offer. Many of our competitors rely on gray water infrastructure solutions. Although this is different from our solution, we understand and recognize that this may be the only solution in some cases. Our sensors will be able to incorporate them into our systems. Stem to Tide prides itself on working with nature to identify the best natural outcome for the properties, municipalities, and neighbors. Stem to Tide works with municipal staff, researchers, community partners, and businesses to build trust and knowledge by helping them find solutions to their problems. Our standardized data can be linked to municipal asset management systems to support digitization of planning applications and emergency response services using digital twins. So I'm, again, David Wager, and I'm the Executive Director, Stormwater Innovation and Technical Lead. We have Jonathan Brown. He is our Green Infrastructure Planner, Researcher, and Policy Director. Kathleen Sudu, she is our Geospatial Stormwater Data Scientist. And Michael Kerr, he's our Stormwater Education Outreach Geologist. And if we look forward in our timeline, we plan by fall 2023 that we will have our minimum viable product complete. And by winter 2024, we will have our intellectual property secured. And in spring 2024, Stem to Tide will be working with a digital twin to run virtual simulations showing how new and existing green infrastructure assets can work with nature. So the winnings from this competition would be used to help continue development of our sensors and process the paperwork for the intellectual property for North America and Europe, helping us reach the next level of our solution. Thank you. Forgot about Q&A. Yeah.
Question.
There we go.
Yeah. Then congratulations for addressing a real and growing problem. Then kudos to you and the team for tackling this. Quick question on the technology itself, on the sensors and on the IP.
Okay.
As you know, there's a lot of sensors in the marketplace. Can you talk at a high level, what is unique about your sensors in terms of speed? You talked about cost, reliability, bandwidth. How do you compare to what's available in the marketplace?
So we will be using comparable sensors. Where the IP will come into place will be how we process the data and give the feedback to the municipalities. So using our own algorithms to understand the data that we're collecting, we can determine and predict these events before they happen or as they're happening.
Great. I've got a question too. Thank you very much. I agree, very important problem. I'm wondering about the market side of things. You're doing a pilot with in New Brunswick. What are the success criteria for that pilot that's going to help you measure the impact you're trying to achieve?
So we're also doing a parallel pilot project in sustainable Coburg, where I live. And the success for this would be a current project that's happening. They're dredging a pond. This costs $1.1 million every 23 years. And if they were to install more green infrastructure upstream from that pond, they would help reduce the amount of sediment that flows into it from our neighborhoods up the road. And also, it would provide education for the municipal staff on the new technology and how to incorporate that into their asset management systems. So the current cost is $109 to a resident. We believe that we could bring those costs down to maintain the life cycle assets of the green stormwater assets management system.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, guys. That was a great presentation. My question is around, you talked about the cost reduction to the municipality based on implementing this solution. Yeah. And so really you're making both an impact but also a value proposition play. So have you calculated sort of a payback period to the municipality on implementing this?
At this time, no, we have not, but it does also depend on the size of the solution. So depending on the actual low-impact development project, that will determine the ROI on it overall. But at this time, no, we don't have any critical numbers that we can give you.
Okay.
Just to follow up on that, digital twins means everything to everybody. Yeah. But when you start looking at implement them on a particular sector, which is what we're doing, we're taking the stormwater system and we're saying, what does a digital twin look like in that sector? And then how do you connect that into the whole community science component and the outreach and public communication? So what we're doing is an MVP for the digital twin, a memorial arena in Coburg, which is a decommissioned arena. And we're going to look at how to use a digital twin to demonstrate simulations in virtual reality of what cost savings you could do if you were to install rain gardens on the right-of-way, and also you could look at doing cisterns and generating energy from the water coming off the roof.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great job, team. Next up is Team Sense H2O. Sorry, come on up.
My name is Pranav Mahajan. I'm part of Team Sense H2O. We are working on developing affordable and automated water quality monitoring solution.
Hi, my name is Gaurav Bhatia. I'm a part of the Team Sense H2O.
I used to always get intrigued by nature and have enjoyed ecotourism since my childhood. But my interest towards environment came strong from a personal experience. In December 2015, I was working in Chennai metropolitan area in India, where devastating floods hit the city, affecting lives of more than 4 million people, had over 450 casualties and resulted in enormous economic loss.
So, well, for me, my interest in water and environment began at the very start of my career. I started working as a marine engineer, and I was intimately connected to the health of the oceans and the ecosystems that they support. And besides this, my exposure to the wealth of the initiatives that are driven for Atlantic after coming to Nova Scotia, that sparked my interest as well. And with the kind of experience and opportunities I possess, I think our endeavor is to find sustainable solutions to these challenges.
I attended an introduction session for Atlantic Aquahacking Challenge delivered at St. Mary's University in September 2022. In that session, I learned about initiatives taken by Aquahacking team to restore freshwater health in North America. And at that time, I was in India, still waiting for my study permit and learning more about Aquahacking and Aquahacking Challenge, and formed up my decision to get involved and develop solutions for the water issues. As soon as I landed in Canada, I invited over my friend Gaurav to create a team and get further involved by setting up meetings with water issue leaders, and started discovering underlying problems and ideating on ways to solve them.
To understand innovative quotient in our solution, it is very important to understand the gravity of the problem that we are facing. Currently, there are no means to collect real-time water quality data automatically, and that too by being cost-effective. So that's the biggest challenge. Now, this leads to a delayed decision-making, inefficient water treatment processes, and there's a huge risk contamination and risk to invasive species as well. So these issues can impact and they further can risk the community as well. Our solution, apart from being cost effective, it provides year-round monitoring and consistent real-time data quality. We focus to deliver a water data platform and do away with the regular maintenance and the collaboration issues of the devices overall.
The biggest highlight for our Aquahacking challenge was our trip to Truro boot camp, where we interacted with various water issue leaders. And one of the major learning from that boot camp was it's not only about particular issue. If we look at all the issues collectively, we can build and collaborate together to build, I would say, a bigger impact for the society by collectively working together rather than looking of each of these problems in an isolation.
The biggest highlight in our journey is to find the solution itself. When we started off, we were clueless, literally, we did not know how to approach this problem statement. However, with the collaboration with the different stakeholders and the water leaders helped us think more creatively, and our solution also evolved over time. I have to really compare our starting point with where we are today right now. Our transition from the micro to the macro level solutioning has been the journey I can never ever forget.
Canada is known for its abundant water resources with approximately 7% of world's renewable fresh water. However, the future of water in Canada faces severe challenges in current times. Although various policies and initiatives are implemented to ensure the sustainable management of water resources, the future of water in Canada depends on innovative solutions coming from young entrepreneurs, leveraging technologies such as Internet of Things, data science, and artificial intelligence. These solutions will further help policymakers, scientists, as well as stakeholders to implement effective water management practices, adapt to impacts of climate change, and address water pollution challenges.
We have learned so much from this event. I say there are some advices I probably will like to give that you need to, number one, collaborate and network. Aquahacking overall is a great opportunity to connect people and who are passionate about water and environmental issues. Take advantage of this and collaborate with other participants, develop your ideas and broaden your perspectives.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Team SenseH2O, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to present our solution today. With problems like water scarcity, pollution, and limited access to safe drinking water, regions across the world are struggling to manage these water resources, resulting in annual economic loss of over $260 billion. Let's look at this video. Numerous studies across the world demonstrated how the pandemic-induced lockdowns significantly reduced air and water pollution levels. Ensuring the future with equitable access to water for all requires urgent action, sustainable solution, and consistent programs to water monitoring. But existing solutions face several challenges, including high cost of equipment and data processing, often going over $7,000 a month. These solutions also suffer from unsatisfactory data quality, making it challenging to obtain accurate and meaningful insights. And productivity is also hampered because of hundreds of hours spent on manual operations on the field. These limiting factors highlight the need for more efficient and cost-effective water quality monitoring solutions that provide reliable data and insights for better decision-making. At SenseH2O, we are dedicated to harness the power of AI and IoT to deliver water quality data as service and deliver actionable insights. This will help organizations and governments shape effective policies and establish robust governance frameworks for sustainable water management. The solution consists of three main components. our Niyantra, which is our water quality monitoring station, our Sense H2O data platform, and station management platform. Combined with Niyantra's water monitoring station, Sense H2O will bring down the overall cost of monitoring per site by 63%. With real-time data collection and processing, we aim to improve data quality by 57 times. With AI-driven dashboard, which helps users make better informed decisions, we aim to improve user productivity by 86%. Now, Niyantra station, we can have it here as well. It's a concept model as of now. The robust waterproof cage ensures that it withstands harsh environmental conditions. With GPS-enabled and 4G LTE communication system, it can provide real-time data collection from the field as well as enable automated field operations. Sense H2O provides AI-powered dashboard leveraging IoT sensor data and also the data from different public sources to correlate the information and identify the key influencing factors, patterns, and correlations to generate meaningful insights. These insights will help users take better informed decisions. The SMP platform enables hassle-free and seamless setup, allowing Niyantra stations to connect and configure automatically. With digital twin and remote diagnostics, it will enable predictive maintenance as well as troubleshooting, lowering down downtime as well as increasing overall operational efficiency. From technology architecture point of view, the data collected from monitoring stations as well as other data sources will be stored on secured cloud database. The AI services will correlate historical and real-time data to generate actionable insights, which will be delivered to users via mobile and web dashboards in real time, enabling them to make context-driven decisions. From our roadmap perspective, we are looking to finalize our technology architecture by end of Q3 and start our minimum viable product development from Q4. From next year, we want to focus more on our product design and prototype development. And we are targeting to start our field testing along with our pilot customer in 2025. I will hand over to Gaurav to talk about the business plan.
Thanks, Pranav. So these are the 4 plans that will cover the length and breadth of the solution. From the starter plan to the premium plan, we intend to cover all customer segments and generate 3 revenue streams out of only 1 platform. So we have categorized our competition in 3 broad types. The traditional component maker primarily focuses upon the infrastructure provisioning, and hence it comes with high capex cost and license fee. Then there are open data platforms. They are freely available everywhere. But however, due to inconsistent data streams, there is no contextual AI insights. Then there are other niche monitoring solution providers, which primarily work upon very unique and specific business needs, and hence they come at a very high cost. And here's where we stand out. Our solution leverages AI insights and IoT, all while being cost effective. So we want to be a global player and in the water monitoring solution, and it's inevitable for us to create a network of monitoring stations across the globe. So let's look at the numbers here. The global watersheds cover 231 million square kilometers in area. That would require in excess of 23,000 monitoring stations. What we are talking about here is potentially $120 billion of monthly recurring revenue in times ahead. So in the couple of years, we see heavily invested in the building of intellectual property and the R&D. While by year 3, we look forward to creating the revenue, and by end of year 5, we aim to be cash flow positive. As far as the strategy goes, we will be strategizing more on the premium plans and the light plans, so as to scale our global network in a better way. So with a collective industry experience of more than 28 years in engineering, technology, and management, I and Pranav embark our journey to realize this dream into a reality. We proudly present our partners here who have supported us all along during our journey. And we are very excited to announce that Sense H2O is now a part of Microsoft for Startups Founders Hub as well. So thank you very much for providing us this platform here, and we'll seek your support in building a $60,000 fund for creating our MVP in the phase 1. So let's connect and empower global water quality monitoring together for a sustainable future. Thank you very much. Yeah, open for Q&A.
Yeah, I have a question about the prototype. So are the sensors part of your IP, or is it predominantly in the housing and the transmission of the data back to the main management system that's proprietary?
So we are looking at having two sides of IP. One will be the overall design of this station, where we are going to start working. We have already started working on the concept, but improving it for the different types of water bodies, shallow depths, and fast-moving waters. So we are working on creating a better design which can be adopted in different areas. So that's the one side of it. And other side will be how we are collecting data from this station along with merging it with other external sources like consumer complaints and weather reports, the news articles, or how the industrial activities are happening within a specific area to create a context regarding the water quality. Because what is impacting the health of that water within a certain area? So that will be one of our key IP strategy.
Thanks very much. I have a couple of questions. So just for my clarity first, are the units floating? Are they fixed to the seabed? What's the...
So we are planning to make a design better and which will be anchored on the seabed. But right now we are focusing more on the freshwater side. So mainly for the lakes and rivers and other freshwater bodies. So these will be definitely anchored on the bed.
Okay, and then dealing with power and comms?
Everything is within the system, all the GPS and communication systems. It will be solar powered. So everything within the single station.
Okay. One other question. So I saw up in your slide, you'd mentioned around 200,000 customers between premium and free. Did I read that right? I was just wondering if you could describe who the customers are, unless I misread your slide.
Okay. So from the customer segmentation perspective, we are looking to partner with mainly the research institutions who will help us further research the water quality and help us generate our insights better. From selling these stations perspective, we are targeting non-profit organizations who are currently responsible for monitoring in certain geography, as well as government, local and national governments who are responsible for their local and national level water quality monitoring initiatives. So once our key infrastructure, which is the network of such stations, are established, we will be able to serve these customers in a better way.
Thank you.
Quick question. Can you talk about the environmental impact on fish, the wildlife? I assume there might not be any, but if you can provide your perspective.
So we are still doing research on type of material that we want to use for this monitoring station so that we have minimal impact on our aquatic life, especially focusing on materials which are biodegradable and resistant to water and as well as biodegradable in long run, for which we are partnering with one of our key partners we highlighted, which is Core Data Solutions. And we are working with them closely to identify and construct a complete platform which is more eco-friendly. And using the technologies in the cloud as well, we are trying to partner with the providers who are more sustainable and cost-effective for us. Yeah, thank you.
Well done, Team Sense H2O. Sorry, we're going to have to cut off the Q&A because we are out of time. Great work, folks.
I'm Nada, and I'm part of Team Sue, and we're working against invasive species.
And my name is Sifax, and I'm also in the team called Sue, and we are fighting invasive species.
So being a graduate in environment, we learn a lot about how central water is. And when you know and understand how important it is for communities and country as a whole, you want to be part of the change and to be able to install motivation for future generations.
From my immigrant background, coming from North Africa, I grew up there and I lived there until 16 years old. And then I came here to Canada. And the last time I went back to visit family, I noticed a change in the environment. So a lot of the green surfaces have disappeared. So it's all a consequence of climate change. So for that, I wanted to contribute into efforts to fight climate change in order to restore some places, some great places like that, in order for me to enjoy also some childhood memories, you know. So it's a nostalgia kind of.
So we decided to get involved mostly because of the opportunity for us both. It's a personal growth journey for us both, and to challenge oneself throughout all this challenge. And there's also the important part that is we making an environmental impact, and that is why we decided to be part of this journey. Exactly.
Our solution, first of all, is going from an invasive species, an invasive plant, and transforming it into a drinking straw. That invasive plant is actually a problem here in Canada that the government is trying to get rid of in order to protect our wetlands and our beaches. The innovation in our solution is actually the simplicity of the processes, because we believe that having some sophisticated processes in terms of manufacturing and design, when that is not needed, it actually contributes into increasing the environmental footprint of our activities. Some words like AI and sophisticated algorithms and all that are kind of buzzwords right now. They're like selling points for many companies, but we took the decision not to go that route because, you know, if it's not necessary, we don't need to invest into the data centers and increase our emissions when we're manufacturing a solution. So that way, we are reducing our footprint, and our customers also reduce their footprints by using our product compared to plastic or paper straws.
It's how quickly things become real. When we start, it's just an idea that sparks into being a real decision and a real change in the future. There's also the fact that when you talk with people, you understand how impactful that solution can be, and that change is also impactful to the environment as well.
For me, the highlight would be the connections that we have made along this journey. So the main event is actually the expedition where we got to meet with all the other finalist teams, and we also had the chance to discuss with some guests that were invited to that expedition. So those are connections that I believe will last for longer than the lifespan of this challenge.
We think that the future of water will be in good hands overall, seeing how passionate the team at Aquahacking is. There's no doubt that there is future generation that are even more passionate than that and willing to make the change and to be maybe part of water entrepreneurs as well.
My advice would be to not be intimidated by the challenge. At first, it may seem difficult, but the Aquahacking team and the Aquahacking challenge team are there for you. So you will not be left alone. Go for it, and you are capable of doing it.
All right. Can you hear me? Okay. So hi, everyone. My name is Sifax, and today I'm delighted to introduce the project I co-founded with my partner, Nada, Sue Straws. So how many times did it happen that you order a drink and get it with a paper straw? And 15 minutes later, after chatting with your friends, the straw has become all soggy and basically it's not usable anymore. So with our straws, Sue straws, you do not have to worry anymore. You can enjoy your drinks just like the old days, and as an extra point, you can even save the Canadian wetlands with that. The reason is this straw is made from an invasive species called phragmites or common reed. So what is phragmites? Phragmites is actually, simply put, Canada's worst invasive plant. Here we see what is the range of invasion in 2020 and the predicted for 2030. So should we be worried about this? Here are some consequences of what happens when an wetland is invaded by phragmites. So first, we have the phragmites that compete with the native plants, so they reduce biodiversity in terms of animals and plants as well. Another negative impact is it impedes all recreational activities in that area by blocking access to lakes and beaches. So as you see in these pictures, it grows in very dense numbers. Another threat is the dry growth, which presents a fire hazard, especially with the increase in temperatures year over year because of climate change. And lastly, we have the financial impact, which costs the province of Ontario alone around $3 million a year in efforts trying to control the phragmites. So at SU, we are committed to protecting our wetlands and accomplishing a sustainable future through our product. Our values are environmental responsibility, quality, and customer satisfaction. Market-wise, I would like to present some key points that makes our solution attractive. So first of all, we have the ban of single-use plastics, which is a legislation introduced by the federal government, effective by the end of this year, December 2023. So this actually means that it's natural for us to select a business-to-business strategy, which means that as of now, cafes and restaurants are looking for new suppliers to change their plastic straw suppliers into either paper or any other straw that respects the government directives. Another positive point is the Canadian market size of $29 million, which we believe that we can easily capture a great share of, thanks to the benefits and advantages of our product. So, as you can see in this slide, we have a table comparing our products compared to other similar products in the market at the moment. So as you see, our product, our straws are actually never getting soggy. They can be used in hot and cold drinks as well, and they're 100% biodegradable, just like bamboo straws. But unlike bamboo straws, we have less emissions because it's sourced locally, and also we save on the cost because we don't have to ship it all the way from other countries like China or other Asian countries, for example. So regarding our operations, it's fairly simple, to be honest. We have the supply of raw materials through our partners like municipalities and other organizations. And then the manufacturing, we have developed an in-house manufacturing process, which includes treatment, cleaning, and cutting as well into different sizes. The packaging, we plan to do it using eco-friendly packaging materials and minimal packaging material as well to avoid any extra waste, and the distribution to our local customers. For the implementation timeline, we are at the phase of sampling and testing in order to obtain a certification from Health Canada. This is quite an extensive process because given that the certification is location dependent, we need to test in different places in order to make sure that the plant does not have any toxins or heavy metals like mercury or stuff that could be harmful for the user. After we get the certification, we are planning to negotiate access to the sites where phragmites are. That would be done with municipalities and other organizations. And once that is done, we would start our promotion and marketing phase. So here we have our financial highlights. So we see that the total cash required for our startup for, I believe, 2 months is $25,000. but that includes some one-time costs and some recurring costs as well. Our break-even point is estimated at around $8,600, and we estimate the profit, the return, after 1 year of activity to be around $120,000. Of course, just like any other business, we have some risks associated with that, but we have done our best in order to identify them and to come up with a mitigation plan for each one. So the first point is feasibility. By this, we do not mean that we don't believe in our product. We mean that we want to make sure, we want to validate our manufacturing processes and our harvesting processes as well to make sure that we deliver the best quality to our customers. The next risk is certification. We believe we're on the right track for that. We are in discussion with a couple of labs to ensure some testing, mainly university labs. So that's for that. And the third point is resources. This is by far the question that we get from our potential partners when we discuss with them. They would be like, what if you are too good at doing this and you completely eradicate the plant from Canada? What happens to your supply? And that would be great, but I don't think it's probable. So as you saw in the, I believe, third slide, we saw that the range of invasion is very high. So that's not happening anytime soon. And there's also a greater problem in the United States than in Canada, so that's not an issue. Cost and market, we believe that we are in a very favorable position regarding the market trend. And funds, we are hoping that this challenge would give us the funds required and some government funds to get the missing funds, if any. So this has been our presentation. Thank you for your attention, and have a lovely Friday. Thank you.
You're allowed to dive into questions. I just had a question. In your business plan, do you incorporate harvesting, the cost of harvesting the plants?
That is a great question. Actually, we are in talks with some volunteer groups that are active mainly in Ontario because it's the province that is most hit with this problem. And they are open to supply us with their fragmites because they have a large group of volunteers, and their challenge is actually the disposal, since you cannot just lay it in the forest or whatever because it's going to spread out anyways. So we would be like a disposal partner in that kind of relationship.
Thank you. I had a question just around the market size and the market trend. What is the market trend? Is it a growing market for straws? Is it stable? Is it shrinking? Like, what is the market trend in terms of straw use?
Yeah, for the market trend, actually it's growing, and it is estimated in Canada to be at a 5.8% CAGR, so it's growing year over year. And in the United States, I think it's more than 9%, so it's positive. And also with the government pushing for a ban of single-use plastics, it leaves less options to users actually in terms of suppliers.
Well, and did you have any patent strategy? How do you prevent others to kind of copy this wonderful, great, amazing idea, which this is lovely to see that no one has thought about it before, and you guys, and kudos. But how do you kind of protect what you've built?
Actually, there's not really a way to protect our idea. It's just to be the first to come into the market, the first to offer this solution, and have close relations with organisms and municipalities to be able to get the reed straw first. Please.
Have you considered what would happen if the raw materials that you're using, if people now stop looking at them as invasive, but now as a potential cash source on their private or crown or other kind of land, when this takes off?
Well, reed has been a long time in our backyards, and there's so many solutions that are related to reed. And So if they didn't make the change before that, if we are the first ones to do it, we can always expand more than outside of Canada, outside of Ontario, to counter this problem. And can I add something?
I think your question is about, you said, what if this is viewed as a cash source, so in terms of supply, we will not get it for free anymore? That's what you mean? Yeah, so for that, we believe that by the time we get to that point, we would have enough resources to build a team just to dedicate it to harvesting. So as you saw, we have like I believe it was a 400% return on investment, which is huge, while still being competitive in terms of price point regarding to other products in the market. So I think in the near future, we would be able to build a team dedicated for harvesting alone. And
I think, I'm sorry, we're going to have to cut you off. We're letting everyone go a little bit over,
right.
but we're getting a little bit beyond that. So
Thank you
so much. Great job, folks. Let's give them a hand.
Hi, my name is Shubhra, and I am one of the founders of Techstar Digital Labs.
My name is Kapil Sahani, and I am one of the co-founders of Techstar Digital Labs.
Both me and Kapil come from a developing country. We are coming from India, wherein due to high levels of industrial activities and urbanization, the air quality index, that's known as the AQI of the place, is phenomenally higher, leading to many health hazards and climatic issues. These are many climatic issues that are prevalent there.
So there are many climatic issues like the way Shubhra was talking about, such as excessive rains causing flood-like situations now and then, which have actually triggered us to come with an idea that can not only help in reducing pollution, but preserve water for future use, that is for the future generations. When we both came to Nova Scotia, we saw that a similar problem of a different magnitude existed, wherein the storms were increasing continuously year-on-year basis. Hence, we wanted to create a sustainable solution that will help the environment to preserve not only the storm water, as well as reduce the greenhouse gases. That's the reason the Green Hut came into existence. We got to know about the Aquahacking challenge from one of the previous winning organizations, in fact, the head of the organization, CEO. While we were reaching out to the subject matter experts and industry leaders, we reached out to that person and he told us about the Aquahacking competition. From other people also, from other sources, we heard about Aquahacking competition being tipped as one of the amazing platforms to launch our idea, our startup, in the market and validate the same. So that's a source where we came to know about the Aquahacking challenge.
The key value proposition of our solution is it's a first of its kind. Primarily, it's a fully do-it-yourself, like you can just imagine Lego toy blocks, and fully customizable green roofing, low-cost solution, which is very easy to maintain. And because it uses the local plantation, so we are not depending on other countries for getting in seeds and all of this. It is completely local plantation, so people can easily install it because it's do-it-yourself. It's like a play game, Lego types, and you can just install it and reinstall it. So if you're changing your house or you're changing your building, you just again pack it into the packaging materials that we have given you and take it back. And it is very, very maintainable. Our journey so far has been really amazing. You know, we became one of the top finalists, and that was pretty exciting for us. Not only that, you know, we see that the solution that we are bringing on the table has a lot of merits and is very, very feasible. But we did not anticipated that we will be one of those contenders who will come to the finals, and it was really amazing so far.
From the business development sessions which we are having right now by our mentor Jason, 2-day waterlution expedition which was being arranged by the Aquahacking team, and regular interaction with the water leaders, we came across various challenges and the solutions which could help us to come over those challenges, which is now helping us to develop our prototype. During the expedition, one thing that we realized was that the work we are doing is critical for the environment and has a global impact. We might be small right now, but we are proud to be contributing and giving back something valuable to the society and the community. Overall, Canada is becoming the biggest innovation hub for problems related to water, Not only the federal government, but public-private partnerships are also encouraging such kind of initiatives in a big way. Being closer to US, United States of America, companies in Canada can easily enter North American markets and expand their business idea. Canada has recently made pacts with European nations to help companies working on the cause of environmental sustainability, which is again a huge boost for the Canadian companies working in this particular domain.
All the teams that are either participating or want to participate in future should leverage on all the assets and the guidance as well as the sessions that are being provided by the Hackathon teams, specifically NA has and Jason, who have provided us wonderful sessions, and there were amazing assets that were provided to us. We as entrepreneurs, our journeys are always very tough. Many a times we think that should we be pursuing this idea or not, but keep thriving for it and you will see success coming in through. Platforms like Aquahacking they are just an opening door for you for such opportunities. A great idea can go a long way and you can just grow and outshine.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shubhra, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Green Hut solution that we are bringing to you. It is first of a kind, preemptive solution for stormwater runoff that's happening, which we cannot handle. It is radiant, reliable, as well as reusable solution. Both me and Kapil is my business partner and best friend. We hail from India. You would have heard the biggest hurricane has hit India right now. There is water everywhere. We have seen water storms, droughts, and even in Nova Scotia last year, Florina came in. We were really affected by it. The problem that we are addressing, the main problem is the storm water management. And it is affecting the three major Ps: people, mentally, and economically, properties that are being damaged, and of course, our planet Earth. We came up with a solution. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So let me talk about how grave this entire problem is. 3% rise in sea level only in Atlantic Canada. We see topsoil erosions, which bring infertility a lot. Property damages are huge. All the time you see the Nova Scotian roads, they are being worked upon by the municipality region people because the roads are destroyed by so much of rainwater, as well as there is damage in the drainage system. Of course, enormous water pollution and increase in flooding. We came up with the first of its kind, eco-friendly, do-it-yourself, kit-based solution. And this is fully customizable, where you have local form of vegetation and you can actually implement it. The key features that we provide is, it's like Lego toys, It's a kit-based solution. You bring it, put it, pack it, take it away. It's highly affordable. It's just like $25 to $35 per square foot. Highly customizable. There are fixed components to it, which reduces our cost, but you can customize the beautification. You can buy it online. We have created a beautiful online website presence. It is highly reusable. Pack it whenever you're changing your home and redo it. It's highly eco-friendly, comes with a hydrometer, and on our website, there is an area mass estimator, which provides you the exact cost you are going to incur for the solution. The main value proposition is we are Canada's first do-it-yourself customizable, a kit-based solution. It comes, you don't have a labor cost, you do it yourself, and build beautiful roofing solution. The product construct, my friends will show you that we have a demo ready here already. So this is our demo prototype version, which has fixed components, as well as it has customizable 2 layers. So it comes in 3 customizations that we are providing on our website also. It's an extensive solution, so it's very, very light. So you can just imagine, just 20 to 40 lb per square meter, right? And it has a cost of average $30, $25 per square meter. Yeah, it comes with a hydrometer, so you can see that how the water quality is that you are taking it, as well as we give you an area estimator so that you have, what cost will it come for your own roof, right? Technology-wise, very important. It's an engineering product. We are at a technology readiness of 3 right now. The prototypes are ready. I'll show you the real pictures where we have implemented it. We are manufacturing it all in-house, and we are planning to move ahead. This is the real picture of couple's garage roof, where we implemented our first prototype. We are doing right now everything out of his garage, and we are planning to move to mountain. Why mountain? Very nice question. Basically, seamless, transportation from every angle. Plus, we want to leverage the Mountain University, which heavily works on environmental causes. So we will have good workforce who are really learned. From a product buying perspective, I come from e-commerce, I love it. Everyone loves it these days, ease to, buy things. Our customer comes, go to our website, do an area, give us the area that they want to cover. We give you, you can choose the flora and fauna you want and pick up your shipping material, and that's it. We pack it and give it to you. We add convenience on our website as well. So we give you an area estimator. You know the exact cost of our product. You can customize it based on your size and the flora and fauna you want. You can online order. We pack it and give it to you. The product implementation is even easier, and it's like you can engage your kids here. The packaging comes in boxes. Unpack it. We give you user manuals as well as YouTube videos. So you can just see the YouTube video. You can see that you can assemble your roof, make a beautiful roof. Now, if some problem comes in, easy to maintain because it's Lego blocks. Just remove a block, maintain it, and reconfigure it. If you're changing a house, again, reconfigure it and pack it in the same material, packaging material that we are providing you. We are causing environmental impact. Now, when I say that we are saving environment a lot, why? By 75%, we are able to stop the runaway of water that is happening of storms. So affecting, the stormwater runoff is there. We are reducing it. Sorry, I just need some water. We are cooling the environment by around 0.8 degrees centigrade, so Celsius every year. This is what we have already researched on, and all the data is confirmed by the water leaders. We are reducing the CO2 emissions by 37%. Coming to the economical impact to our direct customers, and these are the people buying our kits, we are reducing their cost of energy as well as water by 25 to 80% or 28%. Not only that, the property damage that we are reducing, we can't even, right now, come to an estimate of how much it is. Socially, yes, greenery everyone likes. So, it's a relaxation and a candy to your eyes. Not only that, we are a refuge to a lot of birds, like we have shown on our prototype as well, plus insects. So we are increasing that. Now, let me talk serious business here. We have seen potential in the market. Right now, Atlantic Canada is our phase 1. We are targeting 2 segments, B2C, B2B market. B2C is direct house owners who have their own houses, 25% of the penetration, and you will raise to this number. And the B2B market, 20% penetration. You have 187 businesses we want to partner with. Our go-to-market strategy is omni-channel. We are right now present on greenhut.shop, already there. Amazon and Walmart, we have been approved. We have partnerships already there with Kent and Home Depot, and we are doing partnerships with architects and contractors. Competitive advantage, we have huge. We are the only do-it-yourself kit which uses local flora and fauna, and you can buy it online. Pricing-wise, we are 20% less than what our competitors are. When I come to revenue, right now we are cash flow negative. However, by 2025, we will be positive, and we will be net profitable by 17%. Cash flow, yeah. So the cash flow positive will happen in 2025. This is the winning team. Me and couple brings in around 30 years of experience altogether, but I really want to thank Jamie and Bailey, who were our water leaders and helped us really, really much throughout the entire journey. And a special thanks to the Aqua team, Jason and Michael, NA, and also Lawrence, because they have helped us in exploring the unexplored. Questions, please.
You did say it's local flora or fauna that you're using?
Oh, yes. Great question. So yes, we are using all local flora and fauna, lichens, mosses, and cedium. So currently using all these three because this lowers the cost, it's easily maintainable, as well as the product that we have. It's a, it's a precautionary stormwater runoff prevention. Now, the vegetation itself consumes this water a lot, right? And if in cases like where there is drought, right, if I look at the global market, these particular kind of flora and fauna, so we don't have to, kind of source them to every country. We use local vegetations. Yeah.
Can I just ask the lifetime of the roof materials and also what your assumption is, how easily they could fly off during a hurricane like Fiona?
Wonderful question. In fact, right now we are at TRL level 3, and we are doing this, testing already. The product that we are developing has a life of 3 years, so no maintenance till 3 years. After 3 years, even if some maintenance work comes in, because this is again block-based, kits, so you can remove a block and then you can redo it yourself. So you don't have to incur a lot of cost there. So 3 years, no maintenance. This much we have already tested in our labs.
That was actually my question as well. But I did have another question. So I wonder if you've thought about speaking to the municipality about potential rebates for customers who would be using a product like this that might reduce their home heating needs or cooling needs, reducing their power consumption. You might be able to get a similar rebate to, say, solar that's going in now.
That's a wonderful thing. In fact, one of our water leaders, even present here, she also recommended us the same thing. We will be doing that. First, what we were more, eyeing ourselves was we should have the proof of concept ready, as well as we should have the theory proven that, this is going to retain, as I say, 70% of the runoff. So we have already proved that. Now we can go with this data to municipality with what designs we are already ready with. And we can, because in Atlantic Canada itself, it is mandatory to have a stormwater, runoff solution for every buildings. It's mandatory. So you have those overhead tanks already there. And as you can see in our prototype, this hosh pipe, it gets directly connected with that, water, basically the water container that you're creating. So yeah, we will be doing that.
Have you checked with the big roofing companies to make sure it doesn't invalidate the warranty they provide? Because usually when you do your roof, you've got 10, 15, 20, 25-year warranty to make sure that by putting this on, it doesn't invalidate it.
So again, a very good question. We are trying to partner with, these interior and exterior designers as well as these building companies. So we did check with them. And in fact, because our solution is the only solution which is extensive available in Canada, so it's not very heavy. So it can last there. Even if you're using tiles, it can last there. We have tested that with them. So we did had word with few of the developers over here itself, and we went and did that research.
Okay, Techstar Digital Labs, thanks so much. Let's have a round of applause. Lastly, we have Seacycle.
I'm David Campbell, and we are solving the problem of water quality monitoring as well as water pollution.
Hi, my name is Anissa, and I'm part of Team Seacycle.
My name's Jack, and I'm part of Team Seacycle. My interest and passion for the environment and water as a whole comes from the countless hours spent as a kid exploring my environment, whether that be through beach walks or simply going exploring in different national parks, as well as also the science behind it in terms of being able to find my interest in biology and combine that with business in this case. But really that foundation of being able to be in my natural environment and to be able to see it firsthand has really fostered this passion of mine. And that's why I have been able to really represent that passion through Seacycle.
My interest for the environment and water comes from me wanting to protect the environment and preserve water resources, as these are critical issues for the health and well-being of our planet.
Yeah, I would say that a big part of my passion for the water comes from my upbringing, similar to Jack. So I grew up in an area that was just a couple meters, 100 meters away from the ocean, and was able to participate in activities like sailing and kayaking and swimming. And for this reason, I'm dedicated to making sure that these kinds of areas can stay natural and clean.
Team Sea Cycle has been involved in the Aquahacking Challenge by our participation with Anactus St. Mary's University. Through that partnership where we have been engaging as a project there, we discovered the Aquahacking Challenge and we viewed it as a fantastic opportunity to not only advance the project of Sea Cycle itself, but to be able to learn more about the aquatic environment so that we can improve Sea Cycle going forward and also improve our own skill set. Sea Cycle is unique in that it combines two industries. For one, it has microplastic cleanup and plastic waste reduction, while also combining these features with the ability to monitor water quality through various metrics such as pH, phosphorus level, dissolved oxygen, and more. So for Sea Cycle, we deliver the capability, versatility, simplicity, and durability in a plug-and-play package, which allows our consumers to be able to not only rid the environment of waste itself, but to be able to monitor the environment so as to ensure that all practices that we are engaging in are effective. So through that, Sea Cycle represents a new frontier for us personally, and we believe the industry, in which we are able to have that one-stop shop to addressing some of the biggest issues in the world, which are surrounding water quality.
So the biggest highlight of my journey is probably meeting other finalists and meeting other water leaders, because I have learned so much about other water issues, and I've become more interested in researching and wanting to know further. And I also have enjoyed the business development meetings because I've also learned other things like patents and just a whole different variety of things that are not water related, which I can take with me in the future, in future things that I would like to be a part of.
I would say that the biggest highlight of this journey so far has just been working with my team members and being able to create a real product. It's been quite rewarding to just see that all come together. And it's also been quite amazing to be able to be part of the top 5 in this competition. On that same note, I've learned quite a bit just through working with the team and being able to develop my teamwork skills, but also on the technical side of things, working with our partners as well as doing research. I've learned a lot as well.
My biggest highlight of the aquahacking journey so far has been being able to leverage our team here at Anactus St. Mary's University to be able to deliver on a product that we believe will truly change the way that water quality issues are addressed.
In Canada, we house, I believe, 9% of the world's fresh water. So we're a very water-rich country. But saying that, it doesn't mean that Canada is completely immune to issues that can arise from water quality as well as water renewability. So it's important that we continue to work on these issues that we face so that we can improve on our current situation.
My biggest piece of advice for future aquahacking participants is to not only enjoy the journey, but really leverage the resources that the aquahacking team give you. Because not only will you meet new great people along the way, but you'll be able to be exposed to some new ideas and processes which can really develop you not only as a person, but your project as well.
Hi everyone, we're so excited to be presenting to you today from Nova Scotia, Canada's plastic playground. Why? Because shockingly by 2050, there'll be more plastic in the ocean than fish.
Plastic pollution is a growing global crisis which threatens our own and environmental health.
We are also witnessing a significant decline in water quality worldwide, with aquatic environments and their inhabitants suffering and maritime economies feeling these impacts.
With water quality declining and causing more than 485,000 deaths per year, the need for new water quality monitoring is crucial to evaluate how we can tackle this massive problem.
So how can we help remove 5 trillion pieces of plastic and microplastics from our world's oceans while also monitoring water quality?
Introducing Sea Cycle, a water filtration system designed to remove plastic waste ranging from water bottles to microplastics, using a multi-stage gravity filter while also providing automated water quality reports. Our initial prototype is designed to filter up to 30 pounds of plastic waste each day by processing 3,800 liters of water per hour.
We already have our first prototype, and it will be ready for commercial launch in fall of 2023. With 1,000 C-Cycle units at the price point of $2,500, we can remove 11 million pounds of plastic waste and generate $2.5 million in revenue by just the C-Cycle units alone.
With its smart sensor system, C-Cycle delivers hourly reports on crucial water quality metrics, such as pH, dissolved oxygen, and more.
If a drastic change in water quality is detected, C-Cycle delivers a real-time notification in addition to our hourly reports. By utilizing our versatile plug-and-play system, our consumers are able to gain access to accurate and timely water quality data for informed decision-making.
While our competitors' complex system either tackles plastic pollution or water quality monitoring, our innovative system does both things simultaneously, cutting costs for our consumers.
C-Cycle's value proposition consists of 4 key attributes.
Capability. We are the only system that does water filtration and water quality monitoring.
Versatility in being able to be deployed from any existing wharf infrastructure in fresh or salt water.
Simplicity through ease of use and maintenance.
And durability through our high-quality nylon carbon fiber construction to survive in harsh environments.
C-Cycle operates not only as a product company, selling the systems and replacement filters, but as a data company, allowing organizations and government agencies to monitor water quality.
Our commitment to making a positive impact goes beyond the success of our company. That's why our collected data will be available on open source water quality databases to facilitate our mission of not only improving aquatic environments, but human life.
We empower our customers to make data-driven decisions and implement targeted strategies by capturing and organizing data based on time frame, location, and metrics. By delivering on our value proposition, C-Cycles and its innovative system can deliver a consistent revenue stream.
In utilizing funds from competitions such as Aquahacking, grants, and reinvesting profits to develop C-Cycle, we can move closer to the C-Cycle vision of a cleaner world through business.
According to the United Nations, the annual cost of plastic pollution has reached $2.2 trillion. The incentive to reduce this cost is immense, which is why the plastic waste management industry is projected to reach $40 billion by 2027.
By capitalizing on this market trend, C-Cycle can position itself as a key player in a growing industry, whilst also protecting our world's most precious resources. We predict that a C-Cycle unit at 10% capacity equates to $6,500 in savings per year.
These savings will attract a variety of potential customers.
Government agencies can utilize C-Cycle to not only tackle plastic pollution, but to also deliver water quality data, which is crucial for research and forecasting purposes.
Research organizations and universities can use our system to facilitate their research on several key metrics.
By collaborating with these stakeholders, we can work towards preserving our water resources and fostering a cleaner, healthier environment.
None of this growth would be possible without our highly skilled team of 11 multidisciplinary members. These members specialize in areas such as management, finance, biology, and computer science.
However, C-Cycle is bigger than just our core team. With advisors at Enactus St. Mary's, the Aquahacking competition, and as suppliers at NovaCAD, we have gained valuable industry knowledge that has provided guidance for project development.
With the involvement of Enactus St. Mary's, C-Cycle empowers students across disciplines to contribute to this innovative business. And so far, C-Cycle has done just that, educating 80 students since startup.
C-Cycle's future is bright. With our completed digital prototype, we aim to start production of our physical prototype by the end of the month. In May, we were honored to be selected as the Scotiabank Climate Action Challenge National Champions, with Enactus St. Mary's University at the Enactus Canada National Competition.
In fact, so far, C-Cycle has won $11,000 in competition winnings. This validation of our business represents the strong foundation we have built in 5 short months. But C-Cycle is more than just our initial offering. We also look to address the pressing issue of access to clean drinking water, which affects over 2 billion people globally.
In Canada, over 1.3 million Indigenous people suffer from poor water quality, and this has inspired the C-Cycle team to take action. We are currently working on an enhancement of the initial C-Cycle design called Drink Cycle, which is a multi-stage filtration system that yields clean drinking water and tests water pre- and post-filtration.
By bringing a portable and versatile water filtration system to the market, we aim to broaden access to clean drinking water.
With $20,000, C-Cycle can produce its physical prototype and develop its production variant, thus positioning us to start selling our units.
In the next month, we also look to enter a local startup incubator and to help our company reach its full potential.
With the momentum C-Cycle has generated thus far and a talented team to deliver, we look forward to a future where our products can improve aquatic environments around the world.
So who's ready to be a part of the C-lution?
Who's your two questions? Who's your customer, and does it attach the technology attached to boats or municipal pipes, or where does
So our two main target markets are firstly government agencies, so this could be municipalities or an agency like Environment Canada, and they can utilize the system to not only tackle plastic pollution, but to deliver that crucial water quality data for their research and forecasting. With regards to how the system attaches to any sort of infrastructure, that any system with C-Cycle attaches to wharf infrastructure. So that means that it's completely in line with Transport Canada regulation and doesn't need any additional licensing.
So there was thank you first of all for your presentation. I'm curious about the amount of plastic that you can collect per day into one of those units. Where does it go? Like, does someone have to remove it from there, and where does it go after that? And then also, I guess if they're attached to wharves, then there wouldn't be a risk of it getting stuck in like plastic, islands in the middle of the ocean.
So to answer your first, can you just remind me of your first question quickly?
What happens after the plastic is collected?
So with regards to our plastic, what we do is we can partner with our consumers and with local municipal waste processing facilities to address that plastic waste directly. However, going forward in the future, as we're able to scale, we look to be able to partner with emerging businesses around the world, and specifically Atlantic Canada in this case, to utilize that plastic to create new products. And with regards to how the system can react to its environment on wharves, it's actually on a rail system, and it's because it has buoyancy, it actually goes up and down at the time, and thus does not get lodged in any sort of plastic or tidal action.
Have you done a study on the mesh size that you would maybe require to trap the microplastics? And then from like a modeling perspective, do you have an idea on how often you need to manually dump the bins? Like, is it like a per day, per week type of thing, so you can kind of optimize the size of the prototype?
So with regards to the mesh size, we're looking to filter down to 50 micron with this system. Our closest competition is at 2,000 micron, which simply does not catch all the plastic waste that's in the form of microplastics. So with regards to us, we're able to really tackle that solution. And with regards to the modeling of that filter and how often it needs to be replaced, we're looking to have a cleaning of each filter about once per week. However, the main catch basket for larger items such as water bottles or the like may need to be changed daily.
Just sort of following up on Matt's question, are you going to provide like a service to do that cleaning, or is that your customer that's going to be responsible for that?
So that would be an optional side to it. That would be more around our base, but really the aim is for the consumers to be able to do that. However, we will provide additional filters as they reach the end of their life cycles, which is aimed to be about 2 years.
And then one of the things you mentioned was that you're a data company as well, but then I saw later on in the presentation that you'll be putting your data up open source, available to the public. So are you selling data, or how does that?
The data is more part of our value proposition for our consumers because we believe, as the core of the C-Cycle mission, we aim to do good through business. So at the same time, we want that water quality data to be leveraged to actually improve aquatic environments around the world. And we don't want to be a barrier to entry for that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's give everyone a huge hand. That was a lot of work for these folks to pull this together. The rest of the work falls on the shoulders of this fine group of 5 over here. So with that, we are going to take a short break. We will get back together at 4:15, so we've got about 20 or so minutes, 25 minutes to deliberate and pull it all together. For our online viewers, voting is going to open now. It'll be on the screen for instructions and whatnot. So take your time, enjoy yourselves. There's some snacks over here. Take some time to say hi to these teams and get to know their companies a little bit better. And we'll see you at 4:15. Okay, folks, if you want to grab your seats, we're a couple seconds away from going live again. Okay, welcome back, and thanks for your patience as the judges and a couple of us went upstairs to deliberate. So without further ado, we're going to announce the People's Choice Award first. Can we get a drum roll or something from the crowd? That would be awesome. And the $1,000 in the People's Choice Award goes to SeaCycle. Does anyone from SeaCycle want to just say a quick word here? What's it mean to be chosen?
It means a lot. I think it speaks to the validation of what we've been able to build so far with our great team, and we're really thrilled that the public really sees the vision that we do, and we look forward to representing the Aquahacking challenge going forward and being able to show that their belief in us was justified. Awesome.
Awesome, thanks, Jack. Okay, now to announce the 5th place and the $5,000 that goes along with it, I'd like to invite James to come up. Thank you. Now, maybe we'll start. Do you want to share a thought or two about the deliberation room? How did that go?
Very intense deliberation. We all kind of made a comment about each of the companies. Everyone, did great today, and we thought that just based on how the scores came out, we all kind of agreed with how the scores landed, and really appreciate everyone coming down here to Cove today, and I don't know, excited to see how everything turns out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's give them what they really want.
Sure.
5th place goes to?
Team Sense H2O. There's like a token here. So thank you very much. So we really, Cove works in subsea data all the time and platforms, and I really appreciate what you guys are doing. I think it's important to obviously understand ocean chemistry and ocean biology, and wish you guys the best. And I'd welcome you to have a conversation with Cove going forward as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Great job, Team Sense H2O. Next up, we're going to bring Elizabeth up to announce our 4th place and an additional $5,000 prize. So without further ado, do you want to let's just go ahead and do that?
I feel like I need to
Let's get a drum roll.
Cameo Stem the Tide is our 4th place. Thank you. And coming from a conservation place, I'll say green infrastructure is critical in the future. So please keep working on validating this technology because it will be so important in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks so much. Next up, Charlotte is going to join us to announce our 3rd place winner and the $10,000 prize that goes along with that. Should we go over that drum roll again, I guess, hey? Sure. All right.
Great. So do I say who it is first, or my comments first?
4th place goes to?
3rd place,
3rd place
goes to SeaCycle. And so just a few words. First of all, thank you for tackling this absolutely important problem. And having scuba dived across Canada to pick up trash underwater from coast to coast, I really appreciate that it takes a lot of effort from a lot of different places to make that happen. So for what you're working on, keep validating the viability of what you're doing for the communities you're going to be supporting. And yeah, just keep it going.
Okay, so moving right along, Matt is going to join us to announce our 2nd place winner. So 2nd place is going to receive $15,000, and they're also going to receive credits for labor lead lawyers. I think they're getting 2 credits for that. So let's get a drum roll, and we'll see who's taking second place.
Sue. We all really appreciated the solution of tackling invasive species. We all really appreciate the idea of tackling an invasive species for a value-added product. We think that's excellent. And we really encourage you to also dig into how this can impact and benefit CO2 reduction strategies in our wetlands as well. So congratulations, really good work. Yeah.
And as a longtime supporter through the De Gaspé-Beaubien Foundation, Simon, come on up and let's get this done. I think, there's probably not a lot of surprise left in the room, but let's make it official. Let's go with the drum roll.
And the first prize goes to Green Hut. Then well done to the team. We were impressed by everyone's technology solution. Quick comment, you all address key problems, right, that are challenging. Case of Green Hut, I think you're onto something. Your solution could be applied to maybe other kind of business model. There's something there to capture water, rewatering, maybe toilet eventually, and something like that. But kudos to all the teams. It's not easy. You did a good job at presentation. And awesome. Thank you.
So you're walking away with $20,000. You're getting 3 labor lawyer credits to get some support with the legal. And yeah, congratulations on winning the Atlantic Aquahacking Challenge. So just a quick thank. We're going to wrap up as quickly as we can so people can get on with their day here. Thanks again and congratulations to all of you as finalists. It's been a pleasure to work with you over the last number of months. We admire and share your ambition to contribute to improving the quality and accessibility of water for all of us. We will all do, and this is including, I wanted to share on behalf of the judges, they've all offered to connect with any team that's interested in reaching out. So if you are interested, you can reach out to myself or Anne Pascal or anybody else on the team, and we'll make sure that happens. The Aquahacking alumni program is, of course, there now that you'll be alumni. You'll be welcome into that family. And, of course, at the Arthur L. Irving Entrepreneurship Center, we're going to be here to support you every step of the way as well. And with that, I'd like to invite Michael and Sula to maybe join me up here for our final remarks for the day. So maybe I'll let the two of you go first.
Before we drop the mic.
Okay, well, I'd just like to say congratulations to all of the teams. You did an excellent job. So as part of moving forward, you'll be joining an incubator. That incubator will be at the St. Mary, or at the, I almost said the wrong name, Arthur L. Irving Entrepreneurship Center. So how that will work is we will meet with all of you, set your milestones, and then help push you towards achieving those milestones to unlock that prize money and move these ideas forward, because that's what this is about. This is about launching these businesses, getting them into market, and actually having impact. So congratulations to all of you. Thanks for everyone being here. This is the fun kind of part of my job, so thank you. Sula.
Thanks, Michael. Thank you all. Amazing solutions. And as Jason said, you're part of the alumni right now, so that means we're forever. So we're going to support you through your next journey. So through your incubation with St. Mary's. Then after, we have another program we're working on that we'll be launching where we're going to commercialize your technologies within the municipal, industrial, and agricultural sector. So this doesn't end. This is just the beginning. I also encourage you, if you can go online and upload your information into PitchBook. We're going to help you with market intelligence and tracking and giving you information about the regions where you want to go to. We're going to help you export to the U.S. and beyond. And finally, I think that we have a surprise for you all. Going to be getting digital badges, so you're forever our ambassadors. So thank you all. Thank you for the judges for all your wonderful input. It was really intense, I can tell you. And thank you, Michael. Thank you for everything, and thank you all for coming, and we really appreciate everything. And Jason, you are an awesome MC.
Hey, thank you. And I'm almost done here, too. Like, literally, just like a couple sentences. So we've already thanked everybody, so I won't go through everybody individually again, but thanks to Cove for hosting this. It's fitting. It's been a crazy week for those that are engaged in the water side of things here in Halifax. With H2O, Cove held their demo day. There was a pitch and roll event where lots of folks had a chance to pitch for investment. And then, of course, the Aquahacking finale. So it's been a big week here. If you enjoyed the show today and you're interested in discovering more innovative solutions for water, there's another Aquahacking challenge taking place in Quebec. Is that the one that you're hosting tomorrow morning? Yeah, so no rest for the wicked. The team will be actually working out of the Entrepreneurship Center tomorrow morning to run that online. And the finalists for that will be announced next week. So you'll have the opportunity to discover 5 other promising ventures and their tech solutions for water. For upcoming Aquahack Challenge opportunities and events, check out the website aquahaction.org and follow them on their social media at Take Aqua Action. I wish you all good health and safety, and yeah, thanks. And we're done on time by 4:30.